That's it. Many test centers as possible we have, better for us. Because let us begin to, because with test centers, you can even project, oh, in this neighborhood is on the rise. Maybe in a day you test like 100 people and you have only 5, 10 positive. The next day, another 100, 2. You'll be comfortable. Sometimes at 100, you don't have any positive result. That is the essence of having test center proliferate everywhere. Okay? And then you see somebody that walks healthily without knowing he has it. They tell him, oh, you have it. We need to keep an eye on you. Make phone calls and we'll put you there. It could even get to the point of when you test somebody, you give them something as like a certificate to prove their status. If they want to get into a bus, the bus driver will not admit them until they show them proof that I've been tested and I'm positive, I'm negative. We can use all those small tricks, to take care of this situation. You go into the bank, you show me proof. Because, they used to show proof of HIV status and stuff like that. So Lagos State government is actually preemptive. They're very smart. They always have to lead. But to me, a city of about 25, 30 million people, just imagine if they don't do what they're doing. By now, we should be counting deaths in thousands every day. And knowing fully well that we don't have those things like ventilators and PPEs that would use to to take care of sick people. So we opt for the cheapest and easiest one while looking for solution for the big ones.
There are other lessons Elvis wants Nigerian government to learn from China in the management of the COVID-19 pandemic.
That China had a population of 1.4 to 1.5 billion, that they had to infuse discipline. They shut down a whole city, the epicenter, Wuhan, and the entire province. No train movement, no human soul movement, nothing. Everybody, and if looking at the fact that their lunar year, Christmas, was coming, they cancelled that very important event. That's China for you. And you look at their population, how they've been able to contain this thing. With America, with 1/3 or 1/4 the size of China, has recorded 100 and something thousand deaths, 2 million cases. China had a fraction of that. That's a big lesson. So whatever they did to contain that should be a case study for all nations of the world. Put aside the politics. Whatever they did for 1.4 million people that live in the space where this thing started, to contain it, we should just go and bring out there, dust this and study it, and do basically everything they did. It's not rocket science. So when they say we want to do this, everybody will key on the line and it's done. Don't bear in mind so that they were like novice too. The thing hit everybody by surprise. In that confusion, they draw the line. We don't want to spread it to other cities, other provinces. We don't want human beings to move. Everybody must wear face mask. No argument. So you were able to contain 1.4 billion people obeying the law. The question, do we have this discipline here? Even if we put the law, can we enforce it? That's what makes the difference. But basically, our people still have not come to terms with the truth about this. Because, take for instance, the only man, big boy that died, it was proven that he got it in Germany. So Nigerians are coming to terms to say, oh, do you think this thing really exists? We have almost 200 million people and we're counting our deaths in hundreds. UK with 60 million are talking of 50,000. Brazil hitting 52,000. Spain, Italy. So with this quantum of death, and we're talking of less than 500-600 here, with such a big population, a checkered healthcare system, we're not doing the testing. Because I'm sure if we do testing, even though a lot of our folks will come up asymptomatic, they will say that there is COVID here and it's on the rise. The earlier we start doing testing for whatever it is, the better. Otherwise, we'll be playing cat and mouse. Before you know it, it will start consuming our population.
In the face of increasing unemployment due to the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, he believes that local manufacturing of personal protective equipment will not only help solve the prevailing scarcity of PPEs, but help create jobs.
Begin to produce these things locally, and then you patronize them. You have to make a conscious effort to buy. You be their first number one customer. When you patronize them, then nobody's complaining. Then you have your own strategic reserve. You say at any given time, federal government of Nigeria must have at least 100,000 PPEs. They don't expire. It's not like drug. At least they will be there for the next 5-10 years. As you're using them up, you're putting them back. As you're using them up, you're putting them back. So there won't be that last minute scramble anymore. And you see, when you do it that way, it comes really cheap for you. Like, as against now, that is scarce all over the world. Then there's all sorts of contingency arrangement, blah, 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 blah. If we stop any factory that starts it, you can see that factory giving gainful employment to at least 500 people. Imagine taking away 500 people from the jobless environment. It's all job creating venture. You understand?
Yes.
That's exactly what it should be. You create jobs by patronizing the man, by giving him access to credit. You're not dashing him money, bear in mind. You're only helping him to get loan, which he will pay back in 5 to 10 years. And as he's doing that business, he's paying taxes to you, corporate tax. The 500 to 1,000 people working is paying income tax to you. So at the end of the day, you've gotten the money back tenfold. So why are you keeping the money in reserves? Government should be very, very business-minded. They have not supported the business community in Nigeria enough. Instead, they will make it possible for the big people that don't even add value, the oil traders, to get all sorts of credits. Genuine entrepreneurs are not being supported. And that is why, I'm talking of like the SMEs. No nation in the world grew without the SMEs. Government is not doing the right thing. Even now with the COVID, you can see the reaction at CBN, and they're beginning. But again, what are the commercial banks doing? They don't know the industry. And they said they don't want to put depositors' money or business founders' money into sectors they don't know. So government must step out because they own the development institutions like Central Bank, Bank of Industry. Do it. They can never ever go wrong. You can have one or two, a couple of defaulters, but aggregately you are smiling because those people are paying back taxes to you. The business environment is happy, everybody's busy. If you look at every year, we keep having all sorts of epidemics, Lassa fever, this, and once it sets in, it wipes out people in hundreds and thousands. It becomes so repetitive. Then you will now begin to ask, what is the essence of government? If we know that certain diseases, like even meningitis, come up at so and so time of the year, then we should be ready, we should be prepared for it. But here we're not doing all those things. We're not preemptive enough. We're equally not preventive enough. So we should have a holistic rejigging of our healthcare system.
Yes, that's enough.
The first one I went to was in Jalingo, Taraba State. It was supposed to be a place where all the eggheads would converge from all the 36 states and Abuja to talk about our health care system. That meeting should be restored and really sit, and then people will go there, sit down and deliberate, and then the government will be ready to implement. Well, the ideas are always there. We never lack ideas in anything we're doing in this country. The only problem is, what is government up to? They don't have a political will to see all those ideas through. Now that we have learned a lesson the hard way, can we just begin to take, because if we don't do it, it means we are not taking the health of Nigerians serious, because our ruling class can afford it. So they can go off anytime, go get themselves checked out, get their problem solved. But what about the people, the masses is supposed to be serving? So the chicken has come home to roost. We should get down into business, talk genuinely to ourselves, that the worth of Nigeria and the health worth of Nigerians, you can never quantify it.